What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive and faster than a speeding bullet SuperCliff. Coming at you live with a brand new video. I don't know why I did that. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are back at it with the DawnofDC. More specifically, we are back with more adventures with the Man of Steel himself, Superman issue number 6. But before we dive into the realm of DC and everything that is Metropolis, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Thus, without further ado, let's get heroic with Superman issue number 6. So our story picks up some weeks after Lex Luthor shanking. And today in the city of Metropolis is like your average day. You know, Superman is doing his thing, taking out bad guys non-lethally because, Superman doesn't, just murder dudes. And essentially these first couple of pages are a reminder of the status quo. Livewire, thanks to the events of Superman Annual, now has a podcast thanks to the Daily Planet's editor-in-chief, Lois Lane. Lex is being stabilized at the local hospital, but also Superman has a lot going on in his mind. Now more than ever, he feels like he has more responsibility than ever before. Not only because he's Superman, but now he's in charge of Supercorp. And with that comes a lot of baggage, because apparently, according to Lex's adversaries, Graf and Farm, Lex has a secret project that he abandoned back in the day, something called Project Chain. And ever since being told of it, Superman has been hard at work at trying to find out what exactly it is. Now, according to Mercy, the project predates her time with Lex, so she doesn't really know much. But whatever information that there is likely protected behind a security firewall, and it was only accessible for Lex Luthor himself. But now, given the status quo shift, it's available for Superman. And so from there, Superman has a chat with the newest addition to the cast, a Kryptonian AI of Superman's father. But because Lex is a dick, the AI is a lookalike of Lex. A funny little way for Lex to say, hey, I'm your daddy. And its code name is LL01. Thus, it's here where Superman gets the information he desires. And it turns out that Lex back in the day built an underground prison, which held one prisoner. Now, obviously, because Superman is a nice guy, he's not about there being an underground prison because, one in which it was run by Lex Luthor to house possibly an innocent person. Yet despite the red flags from Mercy, suggesting that perhaps Lex hid something down there because the prison was the best option, and that it's probably the best to, just leave this thing alone, Superman is like, nay, because I cannot allow this to happen. I'm a superhero. And so from there, Superman and Mercy's squad team up and bust underground to release the prisoner. Now, the door that's holding this prisoner has loads of chains everywhere on it. But fuck it is basically Superman's take. And with that, he busts open the door, and there in the middle, wrapped in chains, is a man with red hair. And already this guy is giving me creepy vibes, like Cletus Kasady. Superman then frees the prisoner and attempts to explain the situation. However, while that's happening, over at the hospital, Lex whispers to Superman, asking for him to help him. Superman, being surprised Lex is awake, is like, Lex, is that you? Thanks to superhearing. However, upon hearing Lex's name, the prisoner immediately starts to go crazy. And if Lex Luthor was his trigger word, well, that really did it. For it's here where the prisoner begins to use his powers. His eyes start to glow red, and he begins to levitate. And by the way, he does not look like a good guy. However, despite Superman attempting to stop him, trying to calm him down using words, the prisoner essentially shuts him up. Superman's heat vision is non-effective, and it's almost like the prisoner can deflect anything Superman can throw at him. And with that, the prisoner takes off, and in turn trapping Superman in the chains. And upon flying up in the sky, the prisoner, now looking all across Metropolis and knowing that Lex Luthor loves Metropolis, is 100% about to destroy it as a form of payback. Meanwhile, back in the hospital, Lex Luthor immediately wakes up fully and begins to shout, asking Superman on what he's done. And that, folks, was the end of Superman issue number 6. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly, truly means the world to me. So to quote a famous person, we are motherfucking back in the DawnofDC. And thank God, this issue was awesome. What I love about the issue is how the book showcases the pros of Superman, while also showing his cons. His ability to easily trust, and no matter how many red flags are apparent, Superman just wants to do the right thing, which goes along nicely in the themes for the series. Superman, one of his biggest regrets is Lex Luthor. There's always been a part of him that feels guilty, like, did I do enough job to help Lex? Did I mess up somehow? Is Is Lex unredeemable? And so for Superman, it's hard for him to accept that. And whereas most folk, people like the readers, us, and of course Batman, were like, yeah, that dude sucks, give up on him, he's a terrible human being, but that notion just doesn't compute with someone like Supes. And so you can relate that with his character, especially when it comes to the Project Chains and releasing the clearly evil prisoner. It's another demonstration of Superman who wanted to see the good in everyone. Redemption, which is another key theme. Characters like Livewire, though she's still serving her sentence, she isn't an evil person. Silver Banshee, and even someone like Parasite, despite being a monster and, not being able to help his condition, he's trying his best. And even someone like Mercy Graves, to the point where you start to ask, maybe she's just a really good employee, and maybe if she had a better, less, corruptible boss like Lex, who knows? A lot of that is apparent in this issue, and the comic does a really good job at showcasing this character flaw that Superman has and how it can at times override logic. Yet it's not saying Superman is, being a dumbass, because aside from being Superman, and always wanting to do the right thing, we know why he's doing it. It's because of guilt and the compulsion of wanting to make up for that guilt. So yeah, overall, great stuff, and I'm happy to be back in the Dawn of DC. It is so refreshing. So yeah, as always, I'm your majestic sayer of words, SuperCliff. And if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so you'll never miss out on an upload, and so you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 7? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace, giggity goo.